Hey everybody, welcome back to Cottonwood Hill Farms. We've had a great fall so far this year. It's been, we've had some cold days, not too bad, not a lot of precipitation, although that's not necessarily a good thing, but there's barely any frost on the ground, if any, in certain spots, but it's just been wonderful. The weather's been nice, and so that's allowed us to get some projects outside done. The barn, that came together great. If you guys haven't seen those videos, go back and check those out, where we renovated one of the lean-tos on the milk barn, made it a lot more functional, a lot more efficient for us. So we're putting up a bulk bin here by the dairy barn. I got to get some. This is actually right by. This is the lean-to that we just renovated. This is kind of the mess that's been left over from us working on the barn. We're still working on the inside of the barn. I'll have some updates on that coming up in the next few videos. We got that window's new, and there's some other stuff we got put in there. I'm pretty excited about that. The parlor's coming together real nice. We've been milking out of it for a couple years, but I haven't had a chance to quite get it finished yet. So anyway, this is a mess. I got to get cleaned up. The bulk bin's going to go right here. That's my plan. I think it's going to be an 8x8 concrete pad, something like that, but tomorrow is supposed to be up in the 50s, and so my goal is to get this set up today, and then I'm going to put four piers down, drill in 4 piers, and then we'll pour it tomorrow, and we'll probably have to cover it with a concrete blanket, because I think tomorrow night it's supposed to get down to the teens. But anyway, I got to get this mess cleaned up, and then we're going to start forming this up. So stuff like this, we keep. Anything that's halfway decent, usable length, we're kind of hoarders like that. We got lots of old buildings and whatnot, so we've got a stash of lumber. We'll put this on a pallet, and then we put it in the corn crib to stash it away. And then as far as all the scrap lumber, like this stuff that I'm putting in the skid steer bucket, we just put this into an old barge wagon, and we'll cut this up, take a Sawzall or whatever, and cut this up into smaller pieces, and we use this in the wood stoves for starter wood. We burn tons of wood around here. We've got our tank heater for water, and then we've got a wood stove in the shop and in the house, and so we'll use this for starter wood. And then most of this tin here is just scrap. There's a couple pieces I'll probably keep. The rest we'll put in our pile for our metal. We'll take that in and recycle it when we take our metal in. So I got this roughly set up. I'm gonna I got my corners. This is fairly square. I'm within about 1.5 inches on the entire thing. And then I've got my points where I'm going to drill my piers in. There's one right here, and then one, you can kind of see it right there, and then over here, and right there. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, I'm going to get those drilled in. This should not take long. I should be able to get this formed up pretty quick. Well, it's a couple days later. That wind really picked up, and that kind of delayed us. So today it's not quite as windy. I'm just going to get the forms, get the elevation, and get the form squared, get it set, and then I'm going to pour this tomorrow. It's supposed to be up in the 40s again tomorrow, so it should be just fine. Well, this is ready. I got my rebar down, everything's all tied together. I didn't have quite enough of the mesh grid, so I threw another piece of rebar over there, but it's gonna work fine. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, and then we'll get this get it poured then. Good day for this. Whoops. one more.
You want to scrape it again?
Yeah. Well, we got it poured and screeded, but it's still, as you can tell just by looking at it, it's got a lot of water on it. It's not set up yet. It's still kind of like jello. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit and come back. I don't know how much of that I'll be able to get on camera because it's going to be dark. I think right now it's like 4:30, 4:20, 4:30. So the sun's going down, but I'm going to come out here in a couple hours and go back over it with a trowel and then brush it. And then we're going to call it good. I'm not going to spend too much time on this.
I think it was 38.42. That must be what it was. Yeah. That's tough. I think that looks pretty good right there. I'm glad to see that upright. That's been sitting for a few months now. I do still have to pick up a couple anchors for the stairs here, or for the ladder, and get anchored down, but that's no big deal. So the idea behind this bulk bin, number one is just grain storage in general. We've got 2 more bulk bins you may have seen, probably have seen through the videos if you're paying attention, laying on their side over here in one of the dry lots. Those we're hoping here in the next few months to get those stood up as well. But the plan is by the end, hopefully by fall, start making our own, grind our own chicken feed and hog feed rather than buying mixes. We're hoping to start doing that ourselves. But also having this here, it also gives us the option to possibly get some alfalfa pellets for the cows, or even the calves during the winter. There's an organic pellet mill just right across the river in Arlington, Nebraska. And so it'd be nice to have that as an option too if we need to supplement with you know, pellets or whatever. We've got that, but this farm has no grain storage, and so it's nice to start seeing this stuff going up. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Like always, thanks for tagging along. We really appreciate it. Thanks for the support, the likes, comments, all that kind of stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification button so you don't miss any of the other videos coming out. We got a lot of we're going to be getting going here in a little while on some equipment stuff, you know, fixing stuff, and then also field work. We got some seeding to do, and some little bit of light tillage, not much, but just a little bit. So we'll be getting all that on camera too. So make sure you guys hit that notification button so you don't miss any of those videos coming out. If you got any questions or comments, make sure you leave those below. Don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well, all at Cottonwood Hill Farms. Thanks again, guys. You take care, and we'll see you in the next one.